Well, as some of you may already know, the Powerpuff Girls and Teen Titans Go will be doing a crossover on Thursday, June 30th, and a promo has already been released for it, and apparently it will be called Heroes vs. Heroes. And honestly, I have no fucking idea as how this will turn out. If you had to base it off the quality of the shows in your eyes, then for me, I really don't know. I feel like at best it'll just be okay, or at worst it'll be just god-awful. How do I come to that conclusion? Well, I don't hate the Powerpuff Girls reboot, as some of you may already know. Although I will say this, I'm having a hard time following the show. Even though I don't hate it and I kind of like a few episodes, it's just, I'm doing every episode of the Season 1 reviewed, and I am having a very hard time keeping up with all the episodes, keeping up with new episodes and whatnot. It's just very hard for me. That sort of happens with shows that are just okay. I can't really follow them. It's like, it doesn't really have me that interested, sadly. And Teen Titans Go, I just hate. It just, as a show by itself, the comedy is just really childish and not funny. And when it tries to parody and be a satire at times, it does not do well at all. It pretty much boils down to everybody's an idiot or everybody's an asshole. And that seems to be a lot of their humor. And just being totally random and stupid. Which doesn't work on pretty much 99% of the time. So if you had to base it off the quality of those shows, this crossover might not be very good. The promo doesn't really even help it out because nothing really stands out about it. None of the few jokes that it tells are funny. It's like, it doesn't really have me all that interested. I'm like, what it should be doing. I don't even know anymore. I don't know if this is gonna bomb badly, which I bet a lot of people will be expecting. Because with all the hate behind these two shows and reboots in general, you know that a ton of the internet is just waiting to tear this apart. And I still think, even with how much I dislike Teen Titans Go, I still think that's pretty unfair towards reboots. Because it feels like people just want to tear reboots apart for every little detail and focus on every little bad joke and just only focus on, like, 1 or 2 episodes and not even bother looking at the rest of the show. And just because it's a reboot. It feels like people just treat them more unfairly than original shows. And I can kind of understand that, but at other times it feels like that they're letting nostalgia get the best of them. You see, this is pretty much what happened when both of these shows originally came out. Pretty much everybody cannot stop comparing them to the original and all their negative points. It happened with me with Teen Titans Go, and I do not want it to happen again. Because that is some really fucked up logic. How pretty much you can only compare it to the original. That takes up a ton of the criticism against the show. Example of this would be, I hate the new voice actors for the Powerpuff Girls because they're not the originals. That's the type of logic that I'm calling out. Just judge the show on its own just as much as you judge it as a reboot. Don't only judge it as a reboot and not even bother looking at the show itself. Don't just look at people's reviews and not even watch it. I'm sick and tired of people just bashing reboots for those opinions. It's gotten really ridiculous. That being said, I still don't think this crossover will be that good. None of it really comes off as being fantastic. But I could be wrong. It could end up turning out very well. And it might be one of the few episodes of Teen Titans Go I actually like. So, what do you think? Do you think this will turn out horribly? Actually turn out good and whatnot? Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later.